Welcome back to another Coil chat. This week, we're going to break down the Kendrick Lamar versus Drake situation. This is going to be a very, I would say, superficial description because a lot of people don't even understand it. And I didn't want to go too deep into it. I didn't want to make it too complicated. I wanted to just be very simple and break it down. We're also going to break down the lawsuit that Drake just filed against Kendrick Lamar's studio. We're going to talk a little bit about the legalese of it, but let's just get into it. Let's just break this down fairly so that you can understand. So Kendrick Lamar and Drake, they've had a low-key rivalry for over a decade. And they were once, really cool and collaborating on songs like Poetic Justice and Buried Alive Interlude. But as both rose to the top of the rap game, then tension built. You don't know, Kendrick Lamar comes from Compton, Dr. Dre's, he talks about how he grew up with a stutter, that he struggled to speak, and his teachers really pushed him into using poetry to be able to express himself. And that's kind of how he got into rap, because he's really good at putting his thoughts down as poems on paper, which is really what people that enjoy and support rap believe. It's very lyric heavy, right? And every word in a rap song usually means something. And so it's very, what a lot of people would consider very difficult and very great art. So that's where Kendrick Lamar came in. So in 2013, Kendrick dropped his Control verse where he called out Drake and other rappers saying that he wanted to murder them competitively. And Drake really took that personally because usually, they're just kind of going back and forth. But when Kendrick says, I want to basically destroy you, Drake took that as a personal thing. And usually in these rap wars, just drop another song. Like, that's the whole fun of it. But Drake decided to take it a little bit farther, butthurt behind it. So in 2016, 2017, Kendrick took some subliminal shots at Drake on the Heart Part 4 and his album Damn, D-A-M-N. And in 2018, Pusha T, who has another beef with Drake, he revealed that Drake had a secret child, damaging his reputation. And Kendrick seemingly sided with Pusha, deepening the divide. Fast forward to the 2024 beef, which is the current battle. And what happens is that it just turns into this full-fledged lyrical war. So J. Cole sparks it off. And J. Cole has been known for being a pretty nice and peaceful person and not going to take this to the next level. But what happens is J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick were all seen as the big three in rap. But in 2024, Kendrick dissed both Drake and Cole on his track Like That. And that was a song with Future and Metro Boomin. And J. Cole responded with this diss track. J. Cole dropped it and it was really intense and really mean toward Kendrick. And then J. Cole, being this peaceful person, ended up apologizing, saying, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I publicly apologize. And he's like, I'm going to take down this track. And he actually did it. But Drake fires back. So Drake dropped Push-Ups and Tailor-Made Freestyle, throwing huge shots at Kendrick's credibility and calling him a mini-me. Basically saying that Kendrick got his talent or he's just copying me. You don't want to do that, right? That really made him mad. So then Kendrick comes out and responded with the track Euphoria. And this is a song where he's attacked Drake's character, artistry, and authenticity. So they're really going now below the belt, right? He then releases 616 in LA, which is a calm but cutting diss implying that Drake's team was nervous. They're nervous that Kendrick is going to win this. But then Drake goes for the nuclear option when he drops Family Matters, accusing Kendrick of being a bad father and hinting at deeper personal attacks. So now we just took it to the next level, which now he's attacking his family. Kendrick responded almost immediately. So it's he knew that the track was going to come out and he had made a track to respond immediately called Meet the Grams. And this was an absolute brutal attack, exposing Drake's alleged personal and family issues. And then there was the fatal blow, Not Like Us. Kendrick releases Not Like Us. It's a West Coast style banger that clowned Drake for allegedly being fake and questioned his relationship with younger people. It literally calls him a pedophile in the track. And the song became this huge culture moment. It was played in parties like an anthem, and it just blew up. And to make it worse, Kendrick just won 5 Grammys, including Rap Album of the Year and Rap Song of the Year. So everybody's singing it, everybody knows it. It became a huge TikTok trend, and he's basically accusing Drake of being a bad person. seriously, leading many to believe Kendrick won the beef, but it hasn't stopped there, because Drake has initiated legal action against Universal Music Group, who's the parent company of both his and Kendrick Lamar's record label, over the release and promotion of Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us. In a federal defamation lawsuit filed on January 15, 2025 in the Southern District of New York, Drake alleges that UMG engaged in defamation and harassment by promotion of a song that contains false and damaging allegations against him. If Kendrick's calling Drake a child person, and it's false, and then they knew that, and then they promoted it, which the song then blew up, there is some definite, I would say, legal support for Drake maybe getting damages. I mean, the damages are already done. Like, he's not going to be able to do anything about getting the song back, but money damages maybe. The lawsuit claims that UMG approved, published, and launched a campaign to create a viral hit out of Not Like Us, which Drake asserts was intended to convey the specific, unmistakable, and false factual allegations that Drake is a criminal pedophile. Drake contends that the song's lyrics have led to public backlash and harm to his reputation. And it's noteworthy that Drake's legal action is directed at UMG rather than Kendrick Lamar himself. Drake has emphasized that the lawsuit is not about the artist who created Not Like Us, but focuses on UMG's role in publishing and promoting the track. That's kind of interesting. And the legal move adds a new dimension to the ongoing feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, highlighting the complexities of artist-label relationships and the impact of a diss track in the music industry. Think about if this goes anywhere and he wins. I mean, Eminem will officially be done, because that's all he does is diss tracks. All he does when he sings is diss everybody out there doing music or the like. So we're gonna have to see how this goes down. Now, the big thing was that there was an added level of complexity when Kendrick Lamar was announced to be the performer at the Super Bowl, which just happened. And everybody was waiting to see what Drake was going to do or what Kendrick was going to do, and to see if the NFL or the Super Bowl were going to support and allow Kendrick his freedom of speech, to do what he wants. And I'm telling you, after watching the Super Bowl halftime show and reading now everything that happened, they did. They really allowed Kendrick to do what he wanted. They didn't censor much. Kendrick went hard. I mean, he doubled down against Drake is what I would say. So a lot of people were like, well, I need to understand the symbolism behind the Super Bowl halftime performance. So Lamar's performance was designed to mirror a video game, symbolizing his navigation through the American dream. Central to this theme was the use of the rare Buick GNX, which was modified to release dancers onto the stage. It looked like a clown car. It was pretty cool. They just kept coming out of the car. The stage featured a tactile layout with Samuel L. Jackson portraying Uncle Sam, underscoring the performance significance. Lamar's intense delivery and intricate choreography conveyed a sense of vigilance and awareness, highlighting the pressure faced by Black artists in the mainstream spaces. There was only Black people on stage. They danced in formation of the American flag. They delivered the Black Power salute, symbolizing the complex relationship between the Black identity and American patriotism. So the act highlighted the ongoing struggle for equality and recognition within the nation. I think that was very clear. And it was interesting because President Donald Trump was sitting in the stands, or at least he was until he left and decided to tweet about the pennies not being made anymore. And then Lamar ended up performing his diss track, Not Like Us, targeting fellow rapper Drake. And the segment symbolized Lamar's commitment to, being authentic and his critique of those he perceives compromising artistic integrity. He decided to do an additional diss by having Drake's old girlfriend, Serena Williams, the tennis star, out there dancing. And everybody was like, oh, he didn't have to say the diss. He just did the diss by having her out there dancing on behalf of Kendrick Lamar. So that was kind of the symbolism. Now listen, if you are a Kendrick Lamar fan, you absolutely loved that halftime show. If you are not, you did not like it. It is what it is. It was for the people that love rap, who love him, who understood the symbolism and wanted more from that. But if you do not know who he is, if you're in a different generation, then of course you're not going to like it. And so there was a lot of people hating on it. The trend, halftime show sucks was trending, and I think he's going to get a lot of people that just said it was boring or it wasn't good, but that's just because they don't understand the beef, they don't understand the culture, they don't understand the music, and that's okay. It's not for everybody. We've had Super Bowls where I'm like, I didn't love either. I really liked the halftime show, but I'm not a Kendrick Lamar, I would say, like, fan. So it was fun. I didn't know his music very well, but I understood the background of the beef. So I was looking for it, and it was fun kind of watching and learning afterwards to hear what he actually did. So I want to know, as always, tell me what you think. And that's another episode of Coil Chats. Till next time.